Okay. Recording okay? Sound on? Good. Okay. How do I start one of these? I guess for starters, hi, my name is Riley Eleanor Brooks, or you can just call me Riley Brooks. People just tend to call me Riley. I am from Citrus Heights, California. I was born and partially raised there. The reason why I say partially raised is because when I was 6 years old, my family and I moved all the way from California to McKinney, Texas. I won't go into reasons why we moved from California to Texas due to personal family issues, so I'll just say that it was just getting too expensive to live there. That's the most ideal reason I can think of. Although I do miss my cousins very dearly. I then lived with my grandma for a mass majority of the time I've lived in Texas, where I went to McKinney High School. However, during my freshman and sophomore year, about half of the entire building was under renovation and being remodeled, so I didn't have a lot of fun and interesting classes until I was well into my junior year. My school also didn't have a culinary class, which is what I wanted to do as a career. I didn't get to do a lot of classes involving culinary arts until I got El Centro in 2017. It didn't really work out as well as I hoped, since I learned that I didn't like the customer service aspect that came with culinary arts. And so I decided to take a break from school and figure out what I wanted to do. Break then led me to work on figuring out what my strengths and weaknesses were and how I could apply them to what options I had for a possible career path. It led me to the idea of cosplay. It led me to think about cosplay and playing around with the idea of costumes for people. After that break, I went to El Centro to get into the fashion program, where I then learned how to thread and operate an industrial sewing machine, learning basics on sewing, and ended up making a few garments as well. I am currently learning about pattern drafting and creating basic designs, though. My family is like what I can only describe as polar opposites. They're like that wedding scene in the movie Up, where my mom's side is like Ellie's family and my dad's side is like Carl's. My mom's side is loud and sorta dysfunctional, while my dad's side is more quiet and reserved. And very different sides of the spectrum, but I have a great time with both of them either way. As for siblings, I have a sister and two stepbrothers. My dad and my mom got divorced when I was around 9 years old, and my dad got full custody over my sister and I. Dad had a couple rocky relationships since then, but then married this woman named Wendy in 2019. They're still together today. As for myself, I'm not married, I'm completely single, and thankfully I'm happy about that. I'm not going to be getting into a relationship anytime soon, at least until like after school and I have my life in order. As for friends, I still have some of my high school friends that I still keep in touch with. As for Mr. Question, what award would you win that would give you the strongest sense of accomplishment? A Grammy, an Oscar, a member in a sports hall of fame? Honestly, I guess an Oscar would be cool. I mean, I wouldn't think of, maybe it would be costume design though, considering, yeah, I wouldn't see myself as acting as much. I mean, maybe, who knows? For me, my aspirations would be to break the norms of, like, beauty standards. Like, you have models and, like, Instagram filters that actually, like, shape the body in certain styles that, like, you have, like, women with itty-bitty waists and maybe breasts and butts and everything, and hardly models that ever eat. For me, I want to break that wall in saying that natural body, like, how your figure is today is what's beautiful. That shouldn't be, like, all these eating disorders and, like, pressurized and stuff about it. As for motivation, I mean, basically baby steps, like seeing what the next day would bring. I guess if that answers the question. I guess that's all I really have to say. I mean, to summarize, I'm basically from California. I want to be a fashion student, and my family is basically two sides of the same coin. That is me. If you have any questions or have any comments that you'd like to tell me, then go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Alright. And with that, I guess thank you all so much for listening to me ramble on about who I am. And see you guys later. Alright, bye!